Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more horrific news. Right, so it looks like we're getting a sequel to The Black Phone. If you remember, we reviewed that one. It was based on Joe Hill's short story, and it was directed by Scott Derrickson. Scott Derrickson's an interesting director. I don't know, he's better in his standalone stuff, I think, than in franchises. I watched Hellraiser Inferno there a couple of nights ago again, and that was a weird one. What else did he do? He was involved with some of the Marvel stuff, and God, what else? He's done some great stuff as that. He did the Sinister series. I like the first one, not too fussed in the second one. He's done loads of stuff. You know what I mean? He's really good at setting scenes and creating atmosphere. And Black Phone, like, it was one of those movies I went into, if you saw my review on it, thinking that it was just going to be generic and, I could snore my way through it. And he actually made quite a gripping film out of it. I really enjoyed the Black Phone. I'll just say I have to watch it again though. But it's interesting the fact that Ethan Hawke is coming back because it was set up that he was finished one way or another. So I wonder what's going to happen there. Will be interesting to see. So anyway, let's get on with the article. Oh, it's by John Squires again. Cool. It's nice when he actually gets to do a news article and not just a filler. He's he's the senior. The editor, I think, of Bloody Disgusting, and he's the one that has to step up and go, "Oh God, it's a slow news day," and do all these fluff articles, which a lot of you seem to like. So thanks for that. Right, so Black Phone 2, Ethan Hawke and the rest of the main cast will return for upcoming sequel. So is this going to be like a revenge story? Because it's not the first one's based in the book, so it's going off on its own. So I'm wondering, is this going to be the Grabber coming back for revenge after Finn, wasn't it, beating him? It was announced earlier this year that Scott Derrickson, The Black Phone, is getting a sequel. Deadline reports today that Ethan Hawke will be back as the Grabber. Actors Mason Thames, How to Train Your Dragon incoming, Madeleine McGraw, Toy Story 4, Secrets of Silver Things, Jeremy Davies, Justified, Miguel Mora? It's a Mora, the Black Phone, are also set to return for the Black Phone 2. Right. Universal and Blumhouse will release the Black Phone 2 in theaters on 27th of June 2025. Oh, so a wee bit of time to go. So it must be only getting into production next year then. And Deadline also confirmed Scott Derrickson and C. Robert Cargill. The names jump into my head, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Will be writing and producing the upcoming sequel. The first movie was based on Joe Hill's short story. No word on whether or not Derrickson will again be directing. Stay tuned. I would imagine there's a good chance. You know what I mean? If he's going to write it, I'd imagine he'd want to direct it. We'll see anyway. It'd be strange to go another director in because he set the tone for the first one. So it would make absolute sense for him to come back for the second. Or else, because there's nothing worse when you get sequels and it's a different director and you get a complete tonal change. We just talked about that with Tremors. They changed the studio. There's a bit of shenanigans behind the scenes. And Tremors 5, like, we just noticed the tonal change straight away. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Obviously, they're like, it's only really beginning stages that I imagine it'll be beginning next year, which is only a few weeks away, believe it or not. God, scary times. Life is ramping ahead just at a crazy pace. But anyway, in the first film, Finney, that's Thames, a shy but clever 13-year-old boy, is abducted by a sadistic killer and is trapped in a soundproof basement where screaming is of little use. When a disconnected phone on the wall begins to ring, Finney discovers that he can hear the voices of the killer's previous victims, and they are dead set in making sure that what happened to them doesn't happen to Finney. The film was produced by Derrickson and Cargill's Cricket Highway and presented by Universal and Blumhouse. It was like the first one was gripping, that did it so well. Like, this is not a new story. This is not a new concept, but like I said, when you have the right actors and the wee girl in this was fantastic. Hope she's back. I think she is back actually. She was brilliant in this because she sort of got psychic abilities, and if you remember her prayers, her conversations with Jesus. So she added that bit of levity to it, and you got family love as well, which is always good because in Secretary's broken families is boring. They're overdoing it now. You need to mix it up, but yeah, it'd be good to see that. So Megan wrote in a review of The Black Phone for Bloody Disgusting, Derrickson and Cargill revive the same traits and structure of Sinister to transform Joe Hill's short into a feature-length nightmare for the ghostly kids, violence, and a trio of unforgettable performances. Yeah, the two kids, like, me and child actors are usually wooden planks, but the two kids and Hawk in this, absolutely fantastic. Black Phone scared up 161 million at the worldwide box office last year. Other franchises wish they could do this well on the budgets, why horror is brilliant. Like, yeah, I went to the cinema to see this. Yeah, I had a great time. Did I review this with Cameron or on my own? Did we do this in the talk spot? I think I did. I think we did this in. I'll have to. I'll stick it in the comments when I post this out, and I'll go over. I'll find the initial review. I think Cameron and I did it together. But yeah, I remember really enjoying myself at the movie. And it's not like these sort of what do you call it? The Conjuring franchise and all. They have a sort of look to them, but they're very safe movies. This one did push the boundaries out, I have to say, because you did feel it could go either way. Honestly, I hadn't read the short story before watching this. I was aware of it, but I hadn't actually read it. I think I only have Joe Hill's Horns. Yeah, I don't have much in the way of Joe Hill stuff, but say la vie, I'll maybe read that at some point. But there you go. It's on its way. It's definitely happening. All the pieces are in place. I don't see there being any major problems with it. It's just what's the storyline going to be? So I'm guessing that the grabber, he escaped because Finney had him trapped at the end. Spoilers, by the way. But yeah, he had him sort of trapped, managed to escape. The police arrived and were discovering what was going on. In light of all that, he's obviously had an escape plan, and that's what I'm thinking. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a revenge story. I think the grabber is going to be so incensed that he was beaten that he's going to come after, and maybe because that was only a couple of years ago. So yeah, the kids will still be young enough, if that makes sense. They'll still be young enough to be vulnerable. Have they moved to somewhere else? Has he tracked them down? You know, what's happened? We'll see. Because remember, there was a whole thing about the neighborhood and the depression in the neighborhood and all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's a whole theme of this that was brilliant. So let's see. Let us know what you think anyway. Leave a comment. Are you excited for this? Are you different? Did you enjoy the first one? Is this a bit too dark for your tastes? What do you think of the child actors? Like, I thought they were brilliant. They did a fantastic job, and the ones that played the ghosts as well were brilliant for child acting. Like, they really bought into their roles, and you don't see that too often. So there you go. There it is. Hope you enjoy it, and as usual, keep up to date with the channel. Do the typey clicky things, and until next time, keep it creepy, keep it horrific.